So what's the main difference between staying in a really cute little city park or a resort type of place? Gee, I don't know, about $30 a night. Let's go down that road. Pulling in after dark is always fun. I'm just shining the flashlight on this tree so you can keep a visual on that. Hey, pretty good. Pretty good. I am filming and shining the flashlight on the tree at the same time. Is that talent or what? Good. Now how's this? This is the edge of the cement. Look at that. Couldn't get any better. Hello, faithful people. I'm Orlene.
I'm Gary.
And this is Roads of Faith. We have stayed at city parks in the past, and we've never been disappointed.
This has been nice.
Yes.
Even though I blindly followed my wife's guidance up the narrow road and the dark, and we found a place to park in a beautiful location.
Yes. I found it on freecampsites.net. Sometimes they have things on there that are not free, but they're minimal cost. And the last time that post had been updated or any information about this park was in 2011. So we really weren't sure what we were getting into. But Roads of Faith, we took it. We had gone to a different park and it was about $40, $45 a night. And really, there were no trees. You're paying for some other amenities like maybe nicer showers. They had a water park. So if you're there with a family, maybe. Yeah.
This is nicer.
There's a little dump station, bathrooms, and just some very simple, but it was very quiet and it was cheap. It was $15 for the night. We're gonna stay another night, and it was
Rainy all day.
Rainy all day, yeah. We've been traveling in the rain for the last 3 days, so we wanted something different. Bumpy. There's more of a park over here, it looks like. Rainy. 3 days we have driven in the rain, so we decided we're gonna stay one more night and take advantage of the library that's in town. The name of the campground is called Hilltop, and it's just outside of Grayville, Illinois. Not to be confused with Graysville, Indiana, which is on the other side of the river. But it's quite a ways apart actually. One is Graysville, Indiana, I think, was farther north, and this is south. You missed your turn? I have no idea where we're going. All I know is we found out there was a library in town, and they're open, and so we're going to go there so we can see if we can upload a video. If you're interested, that campground is $300 a month if you want to stay there for a month. Graysville, the population is about 1,500 people. don't know what there's all to do in town, but if you're looking for very inexpensive rent for a month, it's a thought. So if you're interested in staying at the campground, you call, oh, looks like there's a boat landing down there, some kind. I hope you're able to see that. I don't know what I was looking at. So if you're interested in staying at the campground, you call the local police department, and then they come and they register you, and while you are getting into your site or getting set up or whatever, they will run your driver's license. And so that made us feel pretty safe about being there. You know, they're kind of doing a background check on people as they come, so that was pretty cool. There was another campground in town that we drove into first because it was closer to the highway, but it was $42 for the night starting, and I don't know what that all meant, but that means that it could probably have been higher for one night, and here we're going to be able to stay 2 nights for $30. Kind of a no-brainer. And we have arrived. It's supposedly, Gary said it was pretty much brand new, right?
It's fairly new.
It's fairly new, so that's nice, and hopefully they have high speed. Well, the video uploaded without a hitch. It was really good high-speed internet. Awesome! So that was great, and now we're heading back to the campground to spend another night, and hopefully tomorrow will be sunny.
Sunshine will be good.
Because we're going to be getting into some more scenic areas that we want to, it'd be nice for it to be sunny.
Yes.
All right, I remember this. We're supposed to turn on this street. Wasn't it Lake Street? Yes, and we did this with the RV. It was like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Oh my goodness.
I trusted you.
It's a good thing we have a lot of trust in our marriage, don't we? Oh. And I remember the bumps. Oh, the bumps. So it's really tucked away, whoa, in an area that, yeah, it's, you definitely want to put it on GPS. It's called Hilltop Campground. There's a little park over there, kind of runs along with it. And last night we went straight ahead.
Yes.
Okay, because when we left today, we came from the left.
We did.
So there's a loop.
It's a loop.
A loop. It's a loopy place. Okay.
And this is what we drove into.
At dark. In the dark.
Trusted.
Complete darkness. There was, oh yeah. One lane, it was like, oh my gosh, where are we going? What are we doing? This is crazy.
It's not a good time to be asking those questions when you're driving into it in the dark. Because the way out is straight ahead, no backing up.
Yep. But there's room to turn around when you get up here.
And this is the one where I went almost too slow because it's a rather steep incline.
Yeah. Whee!
And it's very narrow.
So you get to do like an amusement ride at the same time.
Amusement?
Amusement ride.
Oh.
And there's our neighbor in the pop-up. That must be kind of cold. But the neighbor left that was there across from us. And we have not seen anybody at the other fifth wheel. And we did meet the guy in that bathroom, the one by the bathroom. He was the one that told us how to contact the police to register.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Home sweet home for another night. Gary went for a walk earlier this morning and he found something interesting, and I'll let him tell the story about it. But he told me while he's dumping tanks, I'm going to go and get a head start and check it out. I'll take you along on my walk. So we're going to go out this way, but when we first came in, we came in from that direction. I believe that's why it's one way, because that is the entrance. You come in that way and then you leave this way, and that's why it's so narrow, because it's just one-way traffic. I mean, how can you not like this? My goodness. They have a disc golf course here. He said there's a tank. I'm supposed to find a tank. And he told me to go to the right, but I don't see a tank to the right. I have a feeling that's where the river is. I do not know where the tank is. Well, let's go this way. Gary met a 92-year-old lady who was out walking this park this morning. She didn't understand why more people don't walk out here. I totally relate. But she said she hardly ever sees anybody walking. A tank, huh? Maybe if I go up on that hill, I'll be able to see it. Big maple leaves. And all of these have fallen. I don't know what that is. I don't know my leaves very well. I just know maple leaves. And I know oak leaves, usually, but I have found that there are a lot of different kinds of oak trees. In Texas, their oak trees don't look anything like the oak trees here. And they have an entirely different leaf. Ooh, feel the burn. Feels good. Ah! Okay, well, that's pretty. But it's not a tank. Oh, where's the tank, Gary? There's a swimming pool over there. Little playground. Let's try going over this way. That is an oak leaf. How do you lose a tank? It's got to be here somewhere. I think I see it. I think I see it. I'll bet they have concerts in the park in the summertime. And people probably sit on this hillside all over here. And then the kids that aren't interested play on the playground behind them. Okay. Found the tank. It was camouflaged. No wonder I couldn't see it. And Gary has a little story to tell you about it that the 92-year-old lady told him. My goodness, and then there's another little park over there, another playground over there in the distance. This is a good-sized park for such a little town. And there's the tank. And over here by the ball field, in the distance, I can see another playground. They must have a playground for everything they have here, so the kids always have something to entertain themselves with. Down this hill, I just saw they have, it looks like horseshoe pits. If you like to play horseshoes, they probably have some tournaments here. during the summer. Sorry if I'm bouncing you. I'm going downhill. Here comes my ride. Clunk. Now he's got to figure out how he's going to meet me where. Wonder if he sees me. I'm just standing out here in the middle of nothing. You think he sees me? Yeah, I think he does.
The lady was very friendly, getting along pretty good for a 92-year-old. She stopped me and asked if I was interested in hearing about the story concerning the tank. Well, it was purchased from somewhere in, I think, northern Indiana. Then they had to haul it down. The way they hauled it at the time, and I don't know how many years ago, they had to put it on a flatbed, and they could only go like 15, 20 miles an hour all the way here. It took them a long time to get here. And it's, of course, now going to stay here. So it was a one-way trip. Her husband was in World War II in the Philippines and drove a tank like that. Said it was challenging. It ruined his hearing.
Oh.
So from the time he got out of the service, his hearing got progressively worse. And of course, he hated hearing aids because that would, people are just like that when they get older. So he resisted it until finally he gave in, got hearing aids, and had to get them adjusted over and over and over again, and his hearing never did improve.
There's our tank up there.
She said he was a big guy. What it would be like to be a big guy, bigger than I am, and to try to crawl into that tiny little space without air conditioning in the Philippines.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
The things people don't think about.
Yeah. So.
Or appreciate about our military.
And that was a small tank. She said that's kind of the baby tank. The other ones that came out later were much bigger. The Abrams tanks and stuff, twice that size or more. I'm not sure, but they're huge. So this is kind of a neat souvenir, I suppose, of the war, a memory of all those who have served in all the wars.
Yep.
And all the hardships they've been through and what they sacrificed for us as a nation. So yeah. Thank you.
Yes, to all our servicemen and women, thank you.
We're back.
We did a great little talk here, and I realized it wasn't filming. So now we have to remember what we said because it was really good. Yeah. Okay, we were just talking about the pluses of staying in an RV park is that sometimes you'll have an additional feature of free Wi-Fi. Well, free Wi-Fi is not always what it is. I mean, you don't always get anything. We could be parked really close to where the routers are or whatever, and you don't get service. You don't. It just spins and spins. You don't get anything.
So you need to have a booster to connect to it, and that'll help out. However, we have been at RV Park, one anyway, that said no boosters allowed.
Yeah, and we have paid as much as $85 a night for to stay in a campground, and the reason we did was an emergency. We had to have something done on the truck and on the RV both at the same time. That was when we were in Moab, Utah. Check those videos out. And we had to stay somewhere, and Moab was an expensive place. It's a very high tourist area, so we ended up paying $85 a night.
But we did appreciate the value of being in our own RV in the park rather than spending $90 or more on a motel room, which we did one night.
One night we had to stay in a motel. The difference was at the one that was the campground that was $85 a night, we met our neighbors. They invited us for supper. They were always talking with us and sharing their day with us. And you go into the motel, and as soon as you get walking down the hallway, everybody goes,
yeah.
And nobody
Hi.
nobody
Hi.
looks at you.
That's it.
If you say hi to them, they're like, ah, they don't know what to do about that. So that is a big difference. And for that reason, we will always prefer campgrounds, even if we have to pay $85 a night.
On rare occasions.
Rare.
Extreme situations.
But to think about the fact that we could have stayed 3 nights at this one for
We could have
45.
stayed here for a week. We could have
Well,
stayed here
we
for a
could
week.
have, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
3 nights here
It'd be
was
45.
equal to 1 night at the other one.
Yes.
And, you know, I was showing you all the amenities here, all the playgrounds and the activities and everything that they have here. That
There's not much of a downtown area, but downtown is less than a mile's walk.
Yeah.
So if we needed, we could get along without the truck and carry an umbrella,
There you go.
Yeah.
But we're going to head out of the rain today.
I hope.
We are.
Yes.
We are.
That's our goal.
We are getting out of the rain.
Please, God.
Tomorrow
listen.
is going to be in the 80s and sunny. Where are we going? You're just going to have to come back and check us out. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Next to it, a bell's going to pop up. Ring the bell and you'll be notified every time new videos come up. If you don't ring the bell, you won't know. And then you won't know where we're going. And we have extra features on our Facebook page that we don't put on our YouTube channel, so check that out as well. And until next time, God bless.